Hello and welcome back to Mrs. Cash Aquatic Corner. I have a few subjects today that I would like to touch on, so I will be trying my dangest to touch on them as quickly and painlessly as possible. So please bear with me, I will be trying to stay on topic. I do have notes, so excuse the looking away. I'm going to make sure that I cover each one. So, I have given a little bit better of an introduction on my aquatic corner, and so now I would like to touch on where the aquatic corner is at this time. And so currently I am sitting with 5 tanks running. 4 of those tanks are stocked with fish. At this current time, the most significant point in Mrs. Cash Aquatic Corner is the guppy breeding. And so that's what I will be sharing the most heavily. Though I do have plans to share on the 55-gallon in the near future. And as of the 35-gallon with Isa Puma in it, I do realize that it is slightly unsightly. I rhymed. But she is a very happy fish. I do want everyone to understand that simple little fact. She is a very happy fish. Anyways, moving on. I currently realized, and it's currently setting in, that I have accomplished a huge goal. One that I previously thought was a pretty far-fetched goal. And that being, I successfully delivered fry to my local fish store. And that was a goal I set for myself actually close to 6 months ago. And at the time, I thought it was a far-fetched goal. I shared the idea with my husband, and he supported the idea of it, but didn't seem too enthused. Like maybe he didn't expect me to reach that goal, due to the fact that in the past year, I have been not so much of a go-getter on anything that I have tried. So, I recently realized I accomplished that goal, and it was a successful delivery, it was a successful isolation, and it was a successful sale as well. And so that was a huge success all around. And I feel extremely accomplished for that. So it kind of gave me a confidence booster in my aquatic corner in general, and the goal that I have to reach in the end. And so I would like to share a few different things about future goals, but first I would like to touch on a few small goals that I had planned to reach just in what I have going right now. And so here you can see that I have this bamboo sitting on this 10-gallon, and that is actually because last night I was up late because I had a few things that I wanted to do in my tanks, and I discovered that this bamboo showed significant rot, and I'm very bummed for that. But I am going to try and save the leafy little stalk that I cut off of it. I will give an update on that maybe next week, so stay tuned if you're interested for that. I do believe the main stalk is beyond saving. It did have a filmy layer on it. It did not appear through the water to be rotting, but when I touched it, it was slimy and filmy, so I do believe it is gone. Which is unfortunate because I thought I was doing a pretty good job of keeping an eye on it. The other stalk of bamboo in the tank is doing really well. I did make sure to touch and feel it, and I even uprooted it. It is rooting well in the sand, and it is growing. So just goes to show that bamboo can grow under or submerged in the water, but just like any plant in any situation, some plants, same species or not, they just do not thrive in certain situations, whereas others do. So keeping that in mind, I did get a little off subject. I set myself a couple goals last week. And goal number 1 was to remove the bamboo. I did have plans to root it in a little jar, but I'm not going to bother with that. I swapped bubblers around in this 10-gallon that's shut down and in my fry tank. because I had a shell attached to the bubbler and it was noisy on the bottom of the glass. I accomplished that goal and I am extremely happy with the results. As well as goal number 3 was to vacuum my 5-gallon, which is harder to do at 11:42 p.m. last night on Halloween night when everyone was asleep. So I did not accomplish that goal. But I did accomplish writing up some notes and putting aside some points that I would like to cover in my videos. So I'm starting off kind of rambly. I did want to point out a few of my future and farther goals and far off goals that maybe you can stay tuned for if you would like. So more near goals that I would like to reach would be to like start shipping my fish to more hobbyists. Here around where I'm at, there's not very many people interested in this hobby at this time, and it's hard for me to actually sell any of my fish around to the hobbyists that just do not exist around here. So that is a goal that I have. I would like to find out more information on how to package the shipment safely for the fish, and I do a lot of researching on that in my own way, and I do want to find out more information on all of that. So then the second one would be to have a second or even a third breeder tank set up. I do have rearranging goals in mind for my aquatic corner, so that's a huge, hopefully near future. It's a little bit farther out there goal due to the fact that I have to do a lot of prep for that. I have to find exact materials. I do have something in mind. I am not 100% sure that it's accurate. So anyways, I would like to order some fish one day, and that's a huge goal for me. I do want to order a couple different species of fish, but I'll save that for another time. I would love to get a betta. My husband is not ready for a betta. We have recently, or well, in the last year, we have lost 2. Those are stories that I wouldn't like to touch on right now. I am a huge betta fan. They are my favorite fish, and I think that they're just so easy to get attached to that it really took a toll on my husband, and he's not ready for another betta yet. But I'm hoping for one in the somewhat near future. That's on one of my further goals because I just want to give him some time. I don't know how much time, but we'll see. And of course, I would like one day to breed bettas. That is my far off goal. And it is actually the only far off goal I really have at the time, because I feel as though that's a pretty big goal. It does take a lot of time and effort and patience, and that is something I do not have right at this time. I am finding my patience because this is a learning experience for me, and it's a lot of fun, and I am accumulating the things that I may need in the future for that goal. So I'm keeping that one in mind, and I am really enjoying breeding guppies as well. So I do not ever want to stop that so far. I just feel like that's something that I would like to continue to do for a significant amount of time. And as for the rest of it, I think I covered everything that doesn't require me to just take you to the tanks and show you. So I hope you enjoyed this video and kind of gives you a little bit of a rundown on what to expect in future videos. Maybe it encourages you to want to watch more. So I appreciate the watch. Thank you very much, and bye for now.